Talk about what made you want to be a part of this movie and also just add so many of your talents to this project.
Thank you. This was a project like any other. I mean, putting myself on tape and meeting the director and producers, and then finding out, hey, my buddy Glenn is producing it and he's starring in it, and that was, and he also kind of brought it to life. And so that was really special. So, and hearing this true story in general, I just was like, please, I want to be part of this in any way I can. I mean, I think for all the actors that were a part of this movie to share this story to the world was really, I think, important. And then the song came way later. I mean, it was never an idea that I would blend the two passions. And I'm really grateful to JD and Sony and Black Label that they were down for me to take a stab at it, and it fit everything. And I was like, look, if it's not right, it's all good. Like, I'm still in the movie, and I'm happily a part of this. But that was a special process.
And I really love that this film honors the humanity of its subjects because that's not something we always see in movies about wars. And Thomas, you play a decorated war hero and a commanding officer. So talk about that balance of empathy and strength when bringing this character to life because you do it so well.
You know, and actually, frankly, thank you for talking about, what I think makes this movie really just that extra special something, is that it does talk about the humanity of these people outside of the events. I've said before that this is a movie about people. It's not a movie about events. It's not a movie about war. And that's a really important distinction that too often gets overlooked. I think that outside of the service community, as a society, we accidentally tend to fetishize our service members, and we fetishize conflict, and we forget the human toll. It's why you see so many issues with homeless veterans when we live in a society that has so much to give. And to be able to be a part of a movie where the humanity of the people involved is not just recognized, but is the highlighting point of the story, it's important, it's worthwhile, and it makes this project very special.
It also does such a great job of showing the sacrifices that families make when sending a loved one off
Yes.
to war. My brother is a Green Beret. He's had to spend time away
Wow.
from his wife
Whoa.
and B.
Well, thank
Um,
him for his service for us.
Yeah, thank you for sharing him with us.
Absolutely. I'm so proud of him. But movies like this are going to mean so much to our service members. What do you want families, especially of our military members, to take away from this movie?
Wow. I think that's up to them. But I think if we could pitch anything, I mean, I would say, it's just a thank you. We understand even a tiny bit more of what it could or was like. I mean, for these people back then that didn't really have the choice to go to military or Navy, and it's just mind-boggling. And I think we all can think of people in our lives that serve or have served, or grandparents, and it's just it really hits home for a lot of us. And I think this movie isn't just a flashy war film. It isn't just about the explosions and everything. There's incredible aerial footage, and there are moments where you're going, whoa, you're clenching your seat because you can feel the roars of these planes. But there's also a lot of emotion. There's a lot of time with Jesse Brown and Daisy in their house and the conversations they had. And I think it could be a bit reflective of what conversations go on at home before somebody were to go out, and you go, okay, I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you when I see you. And I think that's relatable.
Yeah, I think that's a really important word that you used. I mean, I think if there's any message that we want to be able to pass on, it's that even just for the briefest of moments, and maybe not in the most complete way, but in the best way that we're capable of, removed from the circumstances and the sacrifice, we see you. And, we honor you and we thank you. And, we see you as people, not just as your job, and understand the service and the sacrifice and what it meant for the Brown family to have to say goodbye to Jesse, and what it means, and this is important too, I think, what it means for us to try to get him back.
Still, yeah.
Jesse has not been repatriated. So what it means for us as a society to continue to work to bring Jesse home.
And if this
And
film does that, then I think we can all be, that's enough
yeah,
for us to be
yeah,
proud
to
of.
all the family members and to all the service members who have people out there who missing in action or prisoners of war or who don't know where or when, to be able to use this story to help inspire bringing these folks home, repatriating folks, and letting them know that they're not forgotten. Families and service members' sacrifices are not forgotten.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, guys. Really loved the movie.
Thank you.